without knocking himself out.
Yeah, that's it.
The second one I want to mention is David Roden. 16 weeks ago, this guy did his ACL, had the revolutionary Lars surgery.
The doctor knows.
Yes. Yep. And it'll be great to see him back out there this week.
Yeah, Saints for me too, Andy. And I can't believe you didn't talk more about it. Goddard, when you and I finally get around to doing that top 20 list where I was talking about, he's going straight to the top 5 for me, Andy. And can I tell you something? He and I were very good mates at school.
No, you weren't.
Well,
he asked you to throw a drink bottle at him once when he was thirsty.
Well,
That's not friends.
He wouldn't ask this stranger, would he, Doc?
I think he would. Anyway, my favourite game of football for
My
the
favourite
year.
game in football also.
Is it? Yeah, that's good.
What game's that, Andy?
It's the Anzac Day clash, Essendon and Collingwood, which brings me to my next point. This game, there's been a lot of talk this week about sharing the game around. Fremantle have put in a bid for a night game.
Don't like
Let's leave it at Collingwood and Essendon. They pioneered it. They should be given the right to stage it every year. It's the biggest home and away match of the year. And being a bit of a history buff, I love the education that it provides for all of the players and the majority of the supporters on all of the conflicts that Australia have been involved in.
Yeah, I like it, Andy. I like it.
Not a dry eye in the house, might I add, last year when the Diggers go around for their lap of honour.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Look, on the footy side of things, everything says the Pies should be too good here, Doc. They have Essendon covered in every facet of this game, mate, but Anzac Day means that means a little bit less. Last year, a star was born in Paddy Ryder when David Hill went down with the ACL. And this year, well, who knows? Leon, he was in brilliant form last week, and there were many solid contributors, including Daisy Thomas, who's playing a fantastic season, might I add. The Pies were polished and professional, and they handed the Hawks their butts on a table. And also, what I'd say is hopes for a top 4. They just don't look good enough.
Oh, that's going very early there, Mitch. You don't like the Hawks much, do you?
I don't like the Hawks much. I like Silrioli. I like bits and pieces. He's delicious. I like bits and pieces of Buddy Franklin, and I think Hodgie's a freak show, but the rest of them, I'm not so sure about. They'll finish 8th to 12th this year. I think that's where they belong, mate.
Ooh, well, I'm sticking with them, mate. They'll come good. The reason I think...
No time for that, mate. Essendon's only shining light is that they finished off with a 1-6 goal last quarter against the Eagles. And although it was really a case of too little, too late, hopefully they can bring a little bit of that form over next week just to keep it interesting. 3 inclusions for them should be McVeigh, Stanton and Monfries all to come back.
Yeah. Pies are at 136, Essendon 350. Pies fairly comfortably.
Yeah, it kills me to say it, Andy, but potentially this game could be a blowout. Pies will definitely have it. Let's talk Hawks and North at Aurora.
The big club that claims to be a powerhouse.
The big Hawks, the mighty Hawks.
We still have to sell games, some of our home games to Tasmania. They need to win this one. Mitch, if you haven't noticed, does quite a dislike for the Hawks.
Geelong were robbed in 2008, Hawthorn. You dirty balls.
Ease up. Anyway, the Hawks should win this one. Big Buddy's back. Ruff's pretty out of form. Needs to start kicking straight.
Kick the ball.
Oh, I don't know what is with his 2-step run-up.
Yeah.
North showed they're still a fair way off. They still need a key defender. They struggled with 3 of the big boys at Sydney last week. Midfield battle will be an intriguing one. One still minus Sean Bergwood.
Can this guy get on the park?
I don't think so. By the time he will have debuted for the Hawks, he will have missed half the season.
Oh, even more perhaps. Was it worth it, Hawks? Let me ask you that question.
I don't know at this stage, Mitch. Hawthorn are at $1.28. They usually play well in the land that is shaped like a woman's... All right.
This is a family show. That was not in the script. This man is a rogue.
Hawks by 5 goals.
Yeah, go the Roos. Hawks will probably win though. But go the Roos boys.
Twilight footy, Mitch. Freo v Richmond.
I know what I'm going to hear here.
Well, look. The postie has done his back in with the fan mail that we've had from Tigers fans. Every week you get the Richmond game, Mitch.
I do.
And you give them about 5 seconds. 1 sentence. 2 if they're lucky.
That's all they're worth. But, Richmond fans, just for you, this week I've got something for you. Oof. Last week you played 2 pass-mark quarters against a team that finished last 3 of the last 4 seasons. So congratulations.
Nice and patronising.
Yeah, congratulations on that one, Tigers. Fremantle will unfortunately embarrass you, something in the vicinity of 80 points.
That's a little bit nicer than last week, Mitcho, but really. I would probably expect something around the same margin.
Yep, Blue Baggers and Geelong on a Monday, Doc.
Yeah, the Blues much improved last week.
Definitely.
But so are Geelong, which is just ridiculous.
Scintillating.
They provided one of the most incredible quarters I've ever seen.
Yep.
They showed they're still the best.
Very
Give me them
good.
over St Kilda and the Bulldogs any day.
Hold on a second.
3
minutes ago you were tooting the Saints trumpet.
Yeah, well, now I'm tooting the Cats trumpet a little bit harder.
A terrible choice of phrase there.
Stevie J, back to his best last week. Jordan Russell will have to play really well. Did the job last year and hopefully he can produce some of the same. Carlton have to find 3 tools to combat Hawkins, Mooney.
The big pods.
Everyone's favourite
They love
balding
him.
28-year-old.
We love
Must
him.
be disease down there.
Yeah, I'll tell you
He
what.
can join Chappie and Ablett and the forgotten man, David Johnson.
Yeah, and Mr. Harley, he was a baldy as well, wasn't
Exactly, yeah. I can't see Waite or Thornton getting back into the Carlton side this week,
Big
actually.
call.
But if Bauer and McLean are fit, I'd expect them to slot straight back in. Simon White played pretty well last week. And let me put this to you, Mitcho.
Do not toot my trumpet.
No, I'm not going to do that. The style of waffle football is much more conducive to AFL football. If you just have a look at the 3 recruits I've plucked, Ballantyne, White, and Broughton. Not bad.
Yeah, I like it, Andy.
How good's the bald man too?
Which ball man are we talking about?
Both. Ablett and Judd. Sensational. 2 best going round.
Margin?
Cats by 5 or 6 goals at least.
Good call. Blues are much better with Judd and Andy, but they've still got a lot of impressing left to do for me. That's all the games, which brings us to my favourite thing, Andy. Bet of the week.
As always, brought to you by our good friends at A1 Office Fit Outs.
Very good friends, Peter and the
Check
boys.
them out, www.a1officefitouts.com.au. They're your boys for office fit outs. From dream to completion.
Miracle
Mitch.
workers, they are absolutely miracle workers. This week, Andy,
Yep.
after 2 flops from me the last
thanks a
2
lot.
weeks, I'm really letting everyone down. You are absolutely carrying the ship. I've got one for you that I don't mind, a little ring a ding. Essendon Collingwood game, there's a bet called to lead at every change. I like there to be a swing in momentum. So one team to pinch 1 quarter at least. That'll pay about $3.15, and that's where my $25 is this week, Andy.
Don't mind that. I'll take Freo at minus 49.5 at the line. Yep. And that into the Bulldogs by 1-39 over Adelaide.
I like
That's
it.
paying about $3.65.
Fantastic. Let's go to your favourite section.
Well,
What's up, dog?
Well, I have been very angry this week.
He's an angry man.
The celebrations of AFL football clubs after they are winning games of football these days is getting out of control.
Too
Mitchell.
far.
Henry Slattery,
Hank
2 weeks
Slattery.
ago. Hank Slattery marched over, kicked the footy into the crowd, got no problem with that. Then he proceeded to high-five every
he
single
did not
Essendon
like this.
supporter,
I
round
copped a
from the AFL members to the MCC members, and it is happening more and more.
I copped a great big SMS from Andy about this one. He was furious
If
about
Jim
it.
Steins is in the crowd, that's fine. Go to him. Whole club can acknowledge him. Superstar, legend. If it's an interstate trip, that's fine.
Wrap it
but
up,
not a home
Andy.
and
Wrap
away
it up,
game.
Doc. Wrap it
Save it for September.
Wrap
Thank
it up,
you.
Doc.
What about your doodling this week, Mitcho? Got anything for us?
We'll see you next week, guys. Shut up. There's no doodles this week.